Alright, welcome back to WMMA Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a fight preview. So we're going to UFC Fight Night, Las Vegas, Flyweight main event. Jessica Evil Eye taking on Cynthia Calvillo. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats here. Eye coming in at 15-7, Calvillo coming in 8-1-1. Eye is coming off a win over Viviane Araújo 5 months ago. Preceded that with the infamous head kick knockout loss to Valentina Shevchenko. Calvillo coming off a draw against Marina Rodriguez and a win over Courtney Casey before that. Jessica Eye is the older fighter by a year, 33-32 for Calvillo. Eye is a little bit taller, 5 feet 6 inches, 168 centimeters to Calvillo's 5 feet 4 inches, 163 centimeters. And also that extends to the reach as well, 66 inches, 168 centimeters to Calvillo's 64 inches, 163 centimeters. So this is Calvillo's UFC Flyweight debut. I believe she fought at Flyweight some point before going to the UFC. Let me see, Gillian Robertson. Yeah, she had fought at Flyweight at first. Actually, as a win over Aspen Ladd in the amateurs. She fought like 2 fights at Flyweight before making her debut. So she's moving up to Flyweight now in the UFC, taking on Jessica Eye, who's like number 1, number 2 in the division. So, big chance for Calvillo to shake things up here. You know, striking, I would generally give it to Jessica Eye. She's primarily a boxer-style fighter. Although Calvillo has decent striking herself, she was training under Justin Buchholz at Team Alpha Male for a while and really polished up her striking. Calvillo, though, I would say is definitely better on the ground. She's a fairly strong wrestler in a division that doesn't have that many strong grapplers. So, of course, big question is Calvillo going to fight smart and take the fight where she needs to go, or is she going to want to stand and trade with Jessica Eye? That, to me, is the big question. Now, this fight is getting a lot of flack for being the main event, and honestly, it's not a fight that I would personally put as a main event, but it is important within the division. Jessica Eye is number 1 or number 2 ranked in the UFC Flyweight division. So this is an important fight rankings-wise. I wouldn't put Calvillo in against Jessica Eye right away for her Flyweight debut, but she's one of the UFC's favorites. So is Eye, obviously. And, you know, a lot of people, they don't want to give Jessica Eye any credit, no matter what she does, because she had a bad run at bantamweight. She came into the UFC, they didn't have a Flyweight division. So she fought at bantamweight, had a bad run there. But since moving down to Flyweight, she is 1, 2, 3, 4. She's 4-1 as a Flyweight. Of course, none of those wins are very particularly impressive. A split decision with Katlyn Chookagian, a decision over Jessica Rose Clark, of course, another split over Kalindra Fahia. And then most recently is that split over Viviane Araújo, which, you know, a lot of people were expecting Araújo to win that. Jessica Eye, she outworked her and still gets no credit, even though I think she ended up being the betting underdog, I think. Yeah, Ariane Araújo was a moderate favorite for that fight. So Jessica Eye is one of these fighters that gets no credit. Of course, Cynthia Calvillo, a lot of people don't like her either. She tends to act a bit cringy. So I can understand why people are upset about this being a main event. Anyway, back to how they fight. You know, Jessica Eye, nothing she does is particularly pretty. Definitely nothing flashy. She's very basic, but basic in a way in that she's kind of built on, you know, fundamentals. She's not going to go out there and try to put someone away with flashy moves. She's not going to have a memorable performance. She's just going to outwork you. She's going to grind you out. It's not the prettiest fighting style. Calvillo, she tends to outwork people on the feet. If she can't do that, then she'll outwork people on the ground. If she can't do that, she'll go back to the ground, or to the feet rather. She tries to go wherever she's going to have the most advantage. I don't expect this fight to be very pretty. It's probably going to go to a decision. And for my prediction, it's going to be Jessica Eye by a decision. This is like one of the few times a female fight main events that it's just hard to get enthusiastic or excited for. I mean, matchmaking wise, it's a good fight. I think they'll match up well against each other. It just won't be in an exciting way. So I got to give the matchmakers credit for that. They do have the kind of style that will test each other. Calvillo, it'll be interesting to see. She did miss weight her last time out. It'll be interesting to see how she adjusts to fighting back up at flyweight after fighting at strawweight for a good minute. But anyway, we're going with Jessica Eye to win this one. So those are my thoughts on it. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Of course, likes are always appreciated. And hey, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to WMMA Now, the most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.